Now then. Right. Hello, everybody. Sorry about that. I was just sorting out the hedgehogs. It's honestly, it's non-stop. Now we've got all the chicks being born. I've got to clean out 2 bird baths. I need disinfecting, refilling, hedgehog stations, 3 food bowls. They need water. It's just non-stop. So I've just finished everything. I've still got to walk George. Okay, now I don't know if Space Cat got the message, but I did ask her to pop in and just let you all know, and I also let Jan know. So I think Jan, thank you, Jan. I really appreciate that, darling. I don't know if Space Cat got the message in time. Right then, yeah, we'll do some sound checks. Right, audio is on. Yeah. Right, audio should be okay. Right, okay. Let me just let me know. Is that sound okay? If it's not, I can mess around with it. It seems to have not been moved. I usually knock it and have to readjust it. Right then. It's all right, Space Cat. It was really short notice, sweetheart. Do you know what I mean? So I let Jan know as well, just in case. Hi, Mara. Hi, Stephen. Rose. Right, guys, if you're on the Ko-fi app, I've shut that down. I was doing it anyway, but YouTube have put the memberships back on without me even knowing. I first found out by a text message. But the thing is, nobody was using it. I set it up, and at first people joined and stuff, and I think people just forget it's there. I asked Al about it, and he said he never gets any notifications if I post. So I thought, well, guys, if you're going to pay for anything, you might as well do it on YouTube, because at least you'll get your. I've had my memberships on here for quite a while now, and they're also apparently on the other one. So I've deleted the higher level, got rid of it completely. Let me just give you a Spanish show, love. Hello. I think you had one on my other channel, didn't you, sweetheart? You've not been on here before. Hold on. Just give me a sec. Yeah, so I hope you're all okay. I'll put a video out on my other channel properly explaining it all. So that was the quick update, and then we're going to get into a bit more what we're going to be talking about today. Obviously, the Pope passing is a big thing. Right, let me just get in here. So there's a couple of things I wanted to talk about. Right, I'm giving you a standard mod. Be good, okay, Stephen? But don't upset my Shell. Shell gets managing mod. Hi, everyone. How are we all doing? Sound is perfect, says Lily Bell. That's fab. Right, then. I'm going to do a blanket hello, but thank you. Hello to everybody and welcome to the live stream. So, yeah, so I'll put a video out, but the YouTubers turned everything back on, but I didn't know they were going to turn the memberships back on. So I've quickly deleted the $4.99 level. So if you were on a membership on the other one at the higher level, you would have been refunded today, hopefully. Brilliant. Hi, Mama. Hi, Bridget. Hi, everyone. I've missed a few people. Hi, Dave. Jan, thanks for letting everyone know. Belinda. Right, so I'm going to mention about the Pope at the end, okay? Now, for those of you who are Catholic, and I don't want to offend anybody, but I'm not a fan of the Pope. I'm not a fan of the Catholic Church. I am Protestant. I am a Church of England, though I am losing faith in the Church of England right now with all the way that they've gone. But I'm not a fan of the Vatican, okay? So that's why I haven't made like a sad video or a sad post. And I don't mean to upset our Catholic supporters, because we do have Catholics who come in here, and I don't mean to disrespect anyone, but my personal opinion is that they are satanic. We can cover it on another video if you want. I've done it before on a live stream. The shape of the Vatican building is in a reptile. It's yeah, I don't like it. I do believe that the last Pope probably did look like he had a kindness in his heart. There are good and bad in all. There probably is some really good people that are working for the Catholic Church, you know. Not everybody is horrible, you know. It's like there's good and bad in all. And I do believe that the vast majority of Catholic people are not horrible people. They're good people. They believe in doing good. They believe in God. They do believe that Mary is much more powerful in the Catholic Church than in the Protestant Church. It's more Jesus, but it's very similar. There are some differences. I can cover them on another video. This is not going to be about that. But the way I feel about it is, I do believe that this current Pope, there was a coup, because the previous Pope, yeah, he was frail and old, but he didn't die. They took over. This one here, there was an evilness about him, in my opinion. He was pushing all the trans stuff as well. The Catholic Church are not there to get involved in that sort of political ideology. They're not there to virtue signal. They're there to do one thing and one thing only, and that is to preach the gospel, to talk about God, to talk about Jesus and Mary. They're not there to do that sort of stuff. But he was talking about climate change. He was talking about LGBTQ plus. Now I don't know what it is anymore. And it was just, it was a coup. Okay, the last one did not die before he got shoved out. Now, this one had double pneumonia. Bilateral pneumonia is really serious and it kills most people, let alone somebody who's 88. Yet he never stood down. They never just stood him down. They waited till he died. I believe that he didn't die on the Monday. I think he died a few days before, but they wanted him to look like he was dying on the Monday so they could say he was resurrected, though it was a day late. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now about that. So at the end, we'll be talking a little bit about, I've had pneumonia, but double pneumonia is different. Double pneumonia is in both lungs at the same time. Anyway, we'll talk about the Pope at the end, because Nostradamus did make some predictions about that, but we'll talk about that at the end. What I'm going to be covering today, it's not going to be as so much of a curious news. So with the Curious News show, I'd give you the news, the weird news, okay, the strange news. It's not going to be that much about that today. I'm going to be talking about a couple of topics, and we're going to be watching a video or two. And did anybody see the short that I put out about the shark? That shark that was in the shallow waters. We'll be looking into that and what some of the anti-Semites are saying about that. But first of all, I was just telling Al, we're going to be looking at this guy bought a McDonald's in 2014, right? In 2014, and he stuck it in a jar, and he didn't even he put a lid on, but he didn't like suck the air out and make it a sterile environment. And he just bought, I think it was a Filet-O-Fish gross, a Big Mac and a McChicken sandwich, I think it was. Welcome to my hubby in the house. Shell, if you're still here, that's my hubby AI. I don't know if you've spoke to him before. Penny, I swallowed a spanner. It was gut wrenching. You've got a special spanner. I think you should do anyway. Do you know what? I was going to do an Easter bunny race today, but my things ran out, Alan Edge, so I can't afford it at the moment. I'm a bit skint. But after, yeah. So anyway, hi, how you doing, Rose? Yeah, Rose, I've cancelled that Ko-fi thing because I know you weren't keen on doing it elsewhere. So if they take the memberships off me again, I'm leaving them on both at a lower rate, and then people can choose. If they go again, they go again. All right, I'll set up a Discord for us or something. Yeah, this is my lovely Shell AI, and AI Al is my hubby. Yeah, that exactly, furry. And the thing is, what really gets to me, and it's not even about the heterosexuals, it's about the LGB. Did you, Rose? Okay, I did post about it first, but again, nobody's seen it, darling. I always I do posts and updates. I put pictures of my garden when my garden had been the other week. Nobody's seen it. So I thought, what's the point? You know, you're paying for something, you're not getting anything. So I thought if I do it on here, on this channel, but they've turned them on the other channel as well. Anyway, oh, thank you, Alan Edge. Yeah, I've got to try. It ran out. It's only a year. So it ran out. It's like 25 quid, and I know it doesn't sound a lot of money, but I've just spent £150 on bird stuff and hedgehog stuff for the month. So I'm skint. Okay, when I get the money, I will buy it. Yeah, so this McDonald's, hi Lee. Tramp, you better behave, otherwise you won't get your spanner. Okay. Oh, thank you, Alan Edge. Right, okay, so going back to the McDonald's, it's not a normal show. Okay, I've not got this massive, like when I do a news show, I've got like, I'm trying to be serious. I'm not usually doing that well at that. I did I've got story after story. I'm just going to be like having a very informal chin wag, and we're going to watch a couple of videos basically tonight. Anyway, so this guy, we're going to watch it now, but he bought these McDonald's in 2014, so it's been 11 years, and he just stuck them in a jar, and then he opens them. Tram's been right. I'm going to give Tram. I think me and Tram are friends again now. Are we friends, Tram? I don't know anymore. He bullies me all the time. Well, he attempts to. So we'll sort the race out soon, guys. Okay. So anyway, we're going to watch this video, and it is on. Let me find it now. Where is it gone? There it is. It's on a platform called Brighteon, basically, and I think he's like a scientist type person. Hi, Lisa. Tram doesn't do friends. Well, he doesn't know. He doesn't do friends, but he said, I think he says we're pals, which is the closest that he's ever going to get to being a friend. But anyway. So this guy, here he is here. He, hi, Furry Love. He buys, the LGP, sorry, getting distracted. See what I mean? When I'm talking to chat, I get distracted, which is why when I'm doing my news show, I have to ignore the chat. Not doing a news show, we're having a bit of a chill. So, yeah, the LGB, every single lesbian, gay, bi person I know, right, and there's quite a few, don't want the T and the Q. Not because they don't like them, because they do. There's not much hate anymore. They just want a separate thing, because if you're gay and you're the way that the gay people is, they're same sex attracted, so they don't want to be with someone who's the same but swapped. So they're both very important movements, but I don't know why they've been pushed in together. The LGB was always on its own, and then the T and the Q and the plus, they're two separate things. That's just my opinion anyway, and that's the opinion of many, many people that I know. But anyway, forget that for now, because we're going to be talking about the Pope in more detail and the Vatican on a separate live stream, and I'll show you a few things from the Vatican and see what people think. If you don't want to see that, you don't have to. Anyway, so this is this dude here. Hopefully you can see. Yeah, you can. So yeah, he buys this McDonald's, and we're going to see now what. Let me just get rid of the comment. How you doing, Lee? Hi everyone. Hi Stephen. How are we all doing? So I'm going to have to do the odd pause because it's fair use, guys. He's not on YouTube, but still. And he calls it his time capsule of fast food. So let's give it a little watch.
To today's science experiment here at the Brighteon Studios. I'm Mike Adams, the Health Ranger, the founder of Brighteon.com and the founder of our laboratory, okay. CWC Labs. And today I have with me, well, it's the Museum of Fast Food History. So just show the camera there. What you're looking at right there, this is McDonald's from the year 2014. So you can see on top there, that's an apple pie and one of their like barbecue burgers, okay? And then in the other ones, you can see there's chicken McNuggets in the bottom center. and there's French fries on the top right up there. There's a Big Mac in the mix here. Now, none of this has decomposed. None of this molded. None of it got eaten by microbes. And I just want to tell you, I didn't do anything special to preserve these. All I did was I bought them and I put them in these plexiglass containers and I sealed the lids, and that's it. I didn't take the oxygen out. I didn't take the humidity out, nothing. I mean, this is all just McDonald's. I put it in these containers 11 years ago. And what we're going to do here today is we're going to take a look at this food under our digital microscope that we happen to have set up here because we're doing lots of fun experiments. So let's take a look at some French fries and maybe some chicken McNuggets. How about that? Let's put them under the microscope and see, has it changed in 11 years or is it still the same? Let me grab some samples here. It's tight. There we go. All right, so here's a French fry. Chicken nugget. Let's get a Big Mac patty. Yeah. All right, so here we go. The time machine, McDonald's time machine. Chicken nugget from 2014. Big Mac patty from 2014.
Okay, I just want to add something here. Obviously, I've got to keep pausing it because it's not my video, but I say we are using it under fair use. I just want to let everybody know he doesn't eat it, okay? He doesn't eat it. For those of you that are gagging already, no, it's not, Bridget, okay? I literally could sense your anxiety, Bridget, from here. Jan said it as well. Right. He doesn't eat it. Okay. So you don't need to worry about that. It looks the same. What he's like, he's not like a major science experiment. All right. He's not like doing this and then, hi, Amethyst Love. Hi, Saskia. He's not doing this in a science way. He's the owner of Brighteon. And most of them are the same. Yeah, Space Cat, they are. Apart from the fries are different. They fry them in rapeseed oil over there, which is really not good for you. And they fry them in sunflower oil over here. Oh, hang on. What are they doing? No, because they used to do beef fat here, but they stopped. Anyway, so hi, Candice. How are we doing, everybody? So let's get back to this dude. So I just wanted to just interject, hi Carlos, and just let you all know that he doesn't eat it, okay?
And a French fry from 2014. I think this is going to be interesting.
The year that my baby was born as well. It's a special year for me.
So let's start with the Big Mac patty under the microscope from 2014. Time traveling fast food. All right, so we are at 20x zoom right now, and this is what the Big Mac patty looks like. Let me adjust the lighting, see if we can get something. So there we go. Looks pretty much the same as a Big Mac in 2025, doesn't it? And yeah, I mean, all kinds of little meat-like substances in here.
There's no mold.
So that's what the Big Mac looks like, or at least the patty of the Big Mac. Okay, so let's go to the chicken nugget now, and I took the fried part off. There's the fried skin you can see, and then the inner chicken, allegedly.
Yeah, it's the lighting. So obviously he's using it. The lighting's not great. Hi Kaz, yeah. I very rarely have one, but it won't be meat. I don't eat meat. I have the apple pie or the,
I don't know about you, but this
free.
Looks exactly the same as a chicken nugget from 2025. Because we also have chicken McNuggets over there too
white
that we just bought for this purpose. And then we're going to look at a French fry from 2014. And there it is. There we go. There's our French fry. It looks like a French fry.
Who's that?
And if we zoom in,
Amazon.
We're going to see various little artifacts of fried potatoes, right? That's what we would expect that to look like.
Amazon deliver it 25.
But the weird thing is that
Amazon,
nothing has eaten this. It's like, why isn't there any example of this being eaten? You know, let me show a different view here. And
the thing is, right, what this guy is trying to say is, where's the mold? Now, if you get, excuse me, even sugar though, Bobby, hi Bobby, hi Richard, even sugar. No, don't worry, this is not me. Literally, I found this. I found this video. It came up as something else, and I seen it, and I was like, "Yeah, this is interesting. Let's get it on." So yeah, so like your mold, your microbes, everything is an ecosystem. Everything decomposes. Everything has got its place. You know, mold has got its place. Fungi has got its place. Sounds gross, but it has. Yeah. And that's my second Amazon today. They're doing the double visit thing. You're all right, boys. You're okay. It's okay. George is like on alert. So where's the things that should be eating this stuff? For example, if you bake your own bread, and we used to do a lot of baking. Well, Al used to bake bread all the time. Not so much now, right? It would go off. So after a few days, your bread went mouldy. And your average bread you buy from the store, if you buy decent bread and don't buy the cheap stuff, it will go mouldy after past its date. By a couple of days, it's mouldy. Yeah. Some of the cheaper stuff that's full of preservatives and forever chemicals, they don't go off because they're just full of chemicals. Now, you imagine what this stuff is doing to our insides. It isn't even the microbes and the bacteria don't want to eat this stuff. And I get about the sugar, but there's no sugar in the fries. What are they doing to this food to make it so that even mold and bacteria don't want to eat it? Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Anyway, a little bit more. Don't worry. Don't worry. Well, yes and no, though, Bridget, because bread goes mouldy and there should be moisture in the oil. Now, I can guarantee if I cooked a burger and I used, 100% beef without any of this crap, and I cooked a burger and a bun, and I stuck it on the side in a jar. I didn't pull the air out, the oxygen out or anything like that. After 11 years, it would be just a big mouldy mess. All right. What are they doing to his food? Now, this isn't a one-off experiment. There's actually, I can't remember where it is, but there's somewhere in the UK where the first ever burger used to be called a McHamburger, didn't it, years ago? Is actually still there on display that was sold in the UK. I think it was in the 70s. So 70s or 80s. So what does that tell you, you know? Anyway, let's continue. But other people have done this experiment. It's not just this guy. Do you remember that guy that supersized me? Anybody remember him? And he ate nothing but McDonald's for like was it a month? Do you remember that? Well, that guy, and he put on all that weight. Do you remember him? He ate nothing but McDonald's for like a month every single day. And he got really, really fat. He managed to lose it all after. He's dead. Do you guys know that? He passed away last year. So even though he lost the weight after his experiment, if you want to call it that, he died. Now, was that related to all the crap he put in his body? Who knows? Nobody knows. Did he take the old prickaroo? Probably. Anyway, what's that? Is that their food? What have you done? Warmed it up? They have the most expensive dog food you can buy. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that. And they still don't eat it. So we're trying some carny love now. But yeah, we've had all these fresh pet and all this stuff, freshly cooked meals, dog ready meals, real British beef, all this stuff delivered to the door, hand cooked. No. So they're so fussy, these dogs. It's ridiculous.
The mold.
Good boy.
Where's the bacteria?
Eating it.
Like
good boy.
Normally, if you put so-called food like this out in nature, something's going to eat it, you know? Or even if you put it in a container, it's gonna mold. You've probably seen that even in your refrigerator, things mold, even when they're refrigerated. This fast food from 2014 is not, it hasn't disintegrated, deteriorated, hasn't been eaten by anything. So let me grab another sample, show you another look here. So here's a fish fillet sandwich from 2014. I mean, it still looks like basically the same thing. It's still a fish fillet sandwich from 2014. Like, why didn't anything eat it? Why didn't bacteria eat it? I'm not going to eat it. I wouldn't eat it back then when it was new. And now here it is, 11 years old, still the same fish fillet sandwich. Something seems wrong with that to me, you know, as a food scientist. It's like, how many preservatives exactly are in this? You know, that literally nothing is eating it. Not even the bacteria floating around. Nothing is eating it. So I tell you what, fish fillet sandwich, right? Let's stick it under the microscope. See what kind of nastiness we might discover here. All right, here we go. All right, so there's the fish fillet sandwich under the microscope. Pretty much looks like what you would expect. Looks like a fish fillet sandwich.
And like salt as well. Salt's a preservative, but there's salt in bread. And there's also sugar on bread. I just put cheese on dog food. Don't eat them. No. Honestly, Amethyst, I'm not exaggerating. Gizmo's eating some carny love. This is a miracle. He had it when he was a baby. So carny love isn't cheap. Bloody hell, it's expensive. But he's so fussy. He even gets bored of like chicken and beef, and he's just a fussy dog. He has £29 a bag kibble that he doesn't like anymore. I cannot explain how fussy Gizmo is, but even George isn't eating it. George, why aren't you eating? Crazy.
Certainly the fried
part.
George's
eating some. But yeah,
I don't know.
We tried the cheese, but we'll try getting a block of cheese next, Al, and we'll grate it ourselves, not just put grated cheese on because I don't like that. Okay, he's walked off and knows it a little bit. Isn't that nice? Where
the fish is, and this is all just like fried breading and such.
Yeah, where's the fish?
Does this look like your favorite lunch right here? McDonald's from 2014?
Wow.
Look, it's a cave. Yeah. Luke Skywalker escaped from that in The Empire Strikes Back. No, what is this? So I don't know. You tell me. Is there a fish fillet in here somewhere? Maybe if we break it open. Shall we break it open? Do a little bit of fast food archaeology. Let's do that. Okay, let's break off.
See, I've only seen it to here, so you guys have seen it with me. It does look like a bogey. It looks gross. Hi, Brum Vixen. And Penny loved my Facebook pic of her. Oh, I know, it's so funny. Right, what are people saying? It looks like a bogey, it looks like earwax. It just doesn't it? Hi, Nicola. Zeus is the same. Fussy, but honestly, I'm not joking, right? Like we'll get some 100% beef steak burgers sometimes, and they've got nothing in them, just beef, nothing. And they're really expensive, gourmet burgers. And we'll cook them sometimes. And sometimes they'll want them, sometimes I don't. Sometimes they'll want some fresh cooked chicken. I don't feed raw. I'm quite against raw, personally. Don't judge people that do it, but I personally don't want to feed them raw. Yeah, it's a nightmare. Anyway, it's a lot more relaxed tonight. As you can see, I'm not doing a proper news show. We're just having a chinwag, watching some videos, and having a chat about dog food. But yeah, so I hope you're enjoying it. It's just bizarre, isn't it? And yeah, some bacteria is good for us, cosmic. Yeah, anyway, we'll carry on watching. But I'm not doing it to shame anybody for eating this shit, because I eat it sometimes. I don't eat the meat. I've not eaten meat for 10 years now. But you know, they're okay as a little treat. You know what I'd like to do as well? I would like to see if someone has done this with other fast food chains. I can't speak. Because, for example, Burger King, now the quality of their patties is much higher. And also, they cook to order. I wouldn't even go there, Amethyst, to be honest. Yeah, very true, Bobby. Aerobic versus anaerobic bacteria are two different types of bacteria. And they only discovered that a few decades ago as well. There's different types, but I won't get into that. But yeah, so I would like to know whether they've done the same with other brands of burger. So like Burger King is cooked to order. Their meat, from when I remember when I used to eat meat, is a lot better quality. But McDonald's say now that they only use 100% beef, but it's ground beef. But what are they doing to this food? Has anybody else noticed as well, when you eat a McDonald's hamburger, you want more? Well, again, I'm going by in the past because I don't eat them anymore. But it used to make you want another one and another one. It does make you wonder what they're putting in the food. Again, this is in America, and the recipes are virtually the same, apart from the fries. I'll double check at some point and post it up if they are the same in the burger, but I can't see there being much difference. Again, the fries are fried in rapeseed oil over there. Here, I think it's sunflower oil, but I can double check. But that's about it, really. Now, all these oils are not good for you. They are not. These seed oils are really unhealthy. Just so you know, I don't know if people enjoy eating them, but they're not that healthy. So we'll watch a little bit more. Yeah, you get hungry after. You need like 4 cheeseburgers, don't you? Anyway, I don't want to put people off the food, okay? He's not going to eat it. He's not going to eat it, I promise you. Well, he wasn't until I've watched half of this video and he said he weren't going to eat it. So we'll watch a little bit more. I think the thing is how you intercall. The thing is, it's everything in moderation, right? I won't begrudge people eating this sort of stuff. They want to eat it. I just think it's good to see what goes into stuff, and people don't want to know about what's in their food and where it comes from. And I think that that's the wrong way to be. You should know what goes on. My advice would be everything in moderation. You know, if you like a treat, have a treat. If you enjoy a McDonald's, you know, have a treat now and again. But this just shows you that the food isn't decomposing. And again, it's not just this guy. There's been countless studies done, countless of them. You can just Google it. Does a McDonald's decompose? I've seen people posting pictures on Facebook of like a year-old cheeseburger left in the wrapper that they found somewhere, like in a student flat or something. And they've posted it on Facebook and said, look at this, it's exactly the same, even like out the fridge. So what is going on with this food? It's like literally like plastic food. We need a scientist to actually break it down and find out what is actually in it. That would be a good thing to do, like in a lab.
Corner of this sucker. Oh.
Alejandro.
It broke in half.
How you doing, Rose? Missed you.
And now we have, there's the fish, like the fish.
I'm going to put the link in as well in case you guys want to go and check this guy out. I'm getting this
all over my hands too. I don't want to do that. So what do you think?
Yes.
Does it look like fish? Maybe
like
dried fish. Yeah, it kind of looks like dried fish. There's a pretty good shot right there. Some of the fish. So again, why is nothing eating this? That's my question. Now it is kind of disintegrating now here on the desk. It's not holding together that well.
Yeah.
But nothing has eaten it. So let's go back over here. Hot and spicy chicken, Big Mac, the chicken nuggets, barbecue ranch burger. And what is this one? A McDouble. So this is a McDouble.
AI, if you're there, George.
That's kind of crumbling. But Are there really two patties in there? I mean, again, nothing's going away. It's all still here. Okay, one more to show you folks. McDonald's apple pie.
Oh, the apple
from 2014.
Pie. Now, I haven't seen this part, okay? What is this guy? No, it's the owner of Brighteon. Brighteon is like Brighteon is, it's been going now for about 5 or 6 years. And when there was a mass censorship of YouTube years ago, you got all these new sites popping up. You had Rumble, you had Brighteon, you had brand new Tube, D-Live. No, D-Live was there because it was more for gaming like Twitch. But anyway, you had all these alternatives pop up. And Brighteon is one of them. And it's still going now. So AI, George was eating then. I don't know if you want to come check how much is left. You need to add some more, I don't know if he's still there. So this guy set up Brighteon, and I did make a Brighteon account back years ago, but I don't really use it because we're at the point now where I don't need to tell you all about stuff. You already know. Hang on, I was just checking out to see what he's eating. No, he's not eating it all. Okay, could you take this off me, please? Good boy. Sorry about this, guys. Anyway, so I do love the apple pies. I forgot about them. And last week or the week before, I had my first apple pie in years because I didn't want to play. Thank you.
Only if I can go to McDonald's.
Really? After watching this, you want a McDonald's?
You're just making me more hungry.
Watching 11-year-old food. Well, don't watch it then. Gross. Yeah, so I've not seen this one. Turn the light off, please. I've not seen this one.
Okay, the apple pie, it's still here. I mean, it looks the same as a brand new apple pie, doesn't it? For the most part. I mean, maybe there's a little bit of discoloration of it.
Fair enough. The apple pie is going to have a lot of sugar in it. You've got natural sugar in the fruit, and then you've got the sugar added. So you've also got cinnamon and stuff. But I actually really like their apple pies, and I had one the other week for the first time in like a decade. I'd forgotten about them. I was like, oh, apple pie. So let's have a look at this one under the microscope.
It's still the same. Shall we look at this under the microscope? Let's do that. Okay, well, there we go. There's the apple pie crust and some of the...
I don't know whether I'm right, but I think these black bits might be cinnamon because they're very cinnamony. Is that a word? Cinnamony?
Filling. There we go. Still looks the same. Still crazy after all these years, right? There we go. The great indestructible apple pie. This thing is more indestructible than passports of the 9/11 bombers. Actually, it turns out, or the pilots. Like, this stuff can withstand anything. They should make highway overpasses out of McDonald's apple pies. No, seriously, I'm not suggesting that there's anything in here that's illegal or that violates health codes or anything like that. I'm just saying, when it's food, isn't it supposed to sort of deteriorate maybe, or have mold grow on? Do you see any mold at all? There's no mold. There's nothing wants to eat this, and definitely not myself either. But there's no mold. There's no bacteria that I can see. Nothing wants to eat this. So why are you eating it? Or why is anybody eating this stuff? What does it do to you if it's practically sort of embalming food in a sense? You know, it's just, it lasts forever. Is it for longevity? I doubt it. Something seems really off to me about this, but what we're going to do here at Brighteon.com is we're going to take a closer look at other fast food companies and some of their products.
There we go. Now, I haven't seen this part. This will be interesting. I'll be keeping a lookout for this. All right. This is interesting. So let's listen.
In subsequent sessions using our microscope, because back in 2014, I went out and bought a lot of fast food and put it in containers like this. And I've been keeping it this entire time in order to film this exact segment right here. It's the fast food time traveling museum. And it's worse than I thought. Okay, so thank you for watching today. There's more coming. I'm Mike Adams with Brighteon.com. Food scientist.
There you go. So there's a little bit more. I don't know what else he talks about, but he must be talking about something else after. Got to be careful what we're showing from there, because obviously, hi Nanny. Obviously, Brighteon is an alternative platform. Is he selling mason jars? I don't think so, but you can get them in many places, including Amazon. Yeah, so he did say there he's going to be doing us. Now that only came out a few days ago, so I'll be checking. If you guys are interested to see what other, how you doing, Nanny Love, to see what other fast food restaurants he tries, because apparently he bought a load in 2014. But that's what Brighteon is, you know. Rumble, you guys have probably heard of Rumble. When there was a massive cull of YouTube channels, they changed. It was just before the plague. It got worse when the plague hit, and they were literally deleting people's channels, deleting videos left, right, and center. That is when these smaller ones set up, and that is Brighteon. And a lot of people haven't heard of it, and it didn't do that well, but there is still people that use it. Richard D. Hall went to Brighteon as well. Hi, DJ Rockford. Yeah, but at the time you had your Rumble, your Brighteon, and so on. It's interesting. If you guys want me to, I can keep an eye on. We can look at other food that you got. I just thought it was intriguing. Now, you guys may have heard about the shark attack a few days ago in Israel. You may have seen the short that I put out. Let me just get it now. Yeah, let me know if you're interested. I'll try and get a poll up. Hang on. Right, you're going to hear talking when I go into my channel, so just be wary that you're going to hear a really slight, quick echo. Sorry about that. Right, okay, so we'll put a poll up. It's good to know what you guys enjoy. So I'm just going to put a quick question up if you want me to, if you want the rest of them, because that's what I was saying. You know, let's not just focus on one company. I didn't see it. Okay, we'll be moving on to the shark next. I'm just going to put this quick poll up now. Do you want to watch more? It's bell night as well. I don't know if you can hear the bells. They're going crazy in the background. Georgie, what are you doing? But this channel is all about, you know, alternative things, you know, different things, topics, getting us talking. It's what it's all about, you know. It doesn't just have to be about paranormal and Bigfootsies and aliens and all that stuff. It's literally a broad spectrum, this channel. We cover a little bit of true crime and a bit of, you know, anything that's curious to me goes on this channel. Right, when I'm saying fast food videos, I don't mean me going to a McDonald's and saying and showing you my dinner. All right, I'm talking about like that, like what we've just seen. Do you want to know about the other fast food restaurants? So like if you did Burger King, or is it Wendy's in the US? Do you want to know more? If not, that's fine. Don't have to show it. Right, so we're going to the shark now. Let me just grab up, get voting, guys. I'm going to show you the short that I posted last night. We've done time travel, but we can do it again. I've been literally, I say this channel's been going, I don't know now, about 4 years, 5 years, something like that. We've covered quite a lot on this channel, but we can always revisit stuff. I do want to talk about the Vatican again at some point. We all know they peddle a load of crap. Sorry. Twinkies can survive nuclear bombs. Yeah, I do. Do you know what else I want to talk about, though? Just before I show you, they've got to move on to the shark thing, which is going to be in a sec. I was talking to Al about this today. It's going to be on this channel. I'm going to be talking about natural alternatives to all the chemicals and how nature gave us everything we need. You see, I'm only learning about this more and more in the last sort of like couple of years. For example, did you know that lavender deters fleas and ticks and mites? Insects hate lavender. So you just got to get, you know, what I do before I go out, I brush a bit of lavender in the dog's hairbrush and brush the lavender through. Nothing ever touches it. Now, they are treated with chemicals, not going to lie. They're treated with Revolution, which is selamectin, which is like a newer version of ivermectin. It's just spot on. I treat them because I don't want worms or anything in my house, obviously, from the dogs. But I do also use natural. I can't say that earth, but that stuff earth. Demisius, I can't say what I use for the hedgehogs. You can actually add that to your dog shampoo. You can, it's your own shampoo because it's exfoliating for the skin. But anyway, and you can actually wash your dogs in that, and that will kill anything. It doesn't use a chemical to do it. It pierces the exoskeleton of any little nasties, and they dry out. That's how it works. It's all natural, high tone. There are so many natural things, and nature gives us all of it. But the industry, the big pharma, they don't want you to know this. They just want to keep selling you chemicals and yeah, that's the one. I can never say it. I'll call it Damascus earth, but I know it's not that. So you've got all these things, you know, lavender, cinnamon. They hate that. Little bugs hate that because obviously hedgehogs. Fleas, you know, hedgehogs carry a lot of fleas, and the hedgehogs also had ticks on them. Now, since I've been treating them with that earth there, and sprinkling a bit round where they live, the ticks have fell off their face. I don't get bitten anymore because I used to get bitten when I was feeding them on my ankle. Bit of lavender on my feet. They don't want to know. Don't want to know. So I think that's interesting. If you guys are interested in that sort of stuff, I can do that. Right. I wonder if the Deep at Liverpool is closer than Hull. I don't know where you are, to be honest. Okay, Jan, my love. Right, so we're going to get on to sharks now. Again, guys, this is a lot less formal. I used to do these sort of shows years ago. Hi, Bad Gambler. We just have a chin wag and I'd interact more with chat. And when I'm doing my news shows, I literally just get right into it now and just give you the stories. And I'm not going to stop them. I love doing the curious news. Yeah, coconut oil can be used for a lot of things. Excuse me. But now and again, I think it's good to... you're over that side. I don't know. Are you actually in Yorkshire, DJ? But now and again, if I see a couple of interesting topics, I'll just cover the couple of topics. It's not really a news show, is it? Anyway, let's get into this. So a few days ago, there was a shark attack in Israel. Now, this was the first ever shark attack death in Israel in their history. There has been 4 shark attacks in Israel history. Well, this was the first one. Oh, thank you so much, Space Cat. Yeah, hit the like, guys. Got a large lavender bush. I've got a lavender in a hanging basket as well. Yeah, it's beautiful. Of course. It's good just to chill out, isn't it, Rose? And yeah, and it's good for me because when I'm doing, thank you, Amethyst, when I'm doing a full show, I have to literally, hello, Kung Fu. I have to literally be, you know, on the ball, getting all my stories together, which I love doing. But sometimes it's nice just to have a little chin wag. Anyway, so there will be a warning going out before I show anything. There's a slightly graphic video. It's not that bad, but I will be warning you. But this is not graphic. So this is basically this shark, right? Let's have a look at it. Now, again, this is in... It won't let me go any bigger because it's a short. Let me just see how big it looks to you guys. As big as I can do. So obviously I've taken this video, I've edited it because you have to make it your own. So I've put a watermark in it, I've put some words in. This is at Olga Beach in Israel. And this is the first time that a shark has attacked and killed anybody. Now, I want to talk about what people are saying on social media, because the anti-Semites are out in their droves about this, right? Apparently, I don't know how true this is, because I'm not good on borders with Israel and Gaza. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to pretend I know something about something that I don't. But apparently, this is what they're calling an occupied area. But I'd have to look into it to see whether it was originally Gaza and the Israelis went over. But some of the things that people are saying on social media is damn right disgusting. But before we get to that, this is the shark. And what is really intriguing about this is that the type of shark it is are usually docile, and they don't usually attack humans. So I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Let me just see if I can get the shark. Hang on, his name, the type. Hold on a sec. Trying to find the name of the type. It wasn't a great white. There are some great whites in the Mediterranean, but it wasn't one of them. Now, there was a video as well where this shark is literally swimming around children, but I didn't show that. Because even though it's everywhere and it's gone viral, it's all over the internet, I still didn't feel comfortable showing kids. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to find the type of the shark and I can't find it. I'll find it in a minute, okay? So, but apparently the type that it was, can you hear Gizmo snoring? Was a type that doesn't usually bite. Right, I'm just having a quick look on the BBC. Hang on. Don't know why I'm bothering, but right, okay. So the type of shark, it was either a Dusky, a D-U-S-K-Y, or a sandbar sharks. Dusky and sandbar sharks are known to cluster in the area, which is dominated by the Orat Rabin power station, the largest in Israel. They are attracted by the water warmed up by the plant and by fish which are carried down there from a nearby stream. Monday's incident, as I just said, was only the 4th documented shark attack in Israel's history. So there you go. So this is the shark before, there's nothing graphic in this. This is the shark before anything happened. It's just circling the children. Look how close he is to the shore. Again, power station, warming up the water. Humans are messing with stuff, you know, and it's attracting them because it's warmer water. It's not cold water in the Mediterranean, but it's not going to be as hot as some other areas. So it's just a quick one. It's a short, and then we'll watch the other video. Come on then, play. Play. Look at it, look. Now, again, there are other videos that I'm going to show you shortly. That was the one. I didn't want to show anything else really on there. So what are people saying in chat? Hang on. Yeah, do you know Jaws was based on a semi-based on a true story? Yeah, a sandbar or a Dusky, apparently. I might cover that actually. Sorry, I'm just texting my dad. Sorry. I know. Do you know there's a place called French Polynesia, and it's an area that is, I think it's in the Indonesia, and it is owned by France, but it's not part of France. It's not actually in France or attached to France. And they have the most sharks in the world around the shore. There's actually a short on my channel about that as well. And they just They just whiz around. They're not aggressive sharks. What's the matter, Georgie? Do you want to go for walkies? Not been for walk. He's been out in the garden all day playing, but he likes to go for a little mooch. Right. Just bear with me. AI, if you're watching, can you read my WhatsApp, please? Okay. Let's get these other videos up. I feel really bad for sharks. I really do. I'm not joking. I think the way that we treat them because of films like Jaws is disgusting. Yeah, they've killed some people, but we're in their domain. Do you know what I mean? It's not like they come onto land and come and look. You're right, my George. They come and look for us. You're right, my Georgie. My George. Oh, my little bear. He literally is my shadow, this dog. Okay, so we're going to watch this other video. What's the matter, my love? He's tapping me again. Are you tapping me? What's the matter? Do you need to go to the toilet? You're going to have to go and ask Daddy. I'm not joking, right? He comes up to me, and I'm going to have to film this. He taps me. He gets his little paw, and he touches my leg or my foot or whatever area he can find. Sometimes he knocks my phone out of my hand. I am not joking. Al's seen this. He's coming over. He's tapping me. Al, if you're watching, can you come here, please? George is tapping. Do you need the toilet? I get woken up every morning to being tapped. Tap, 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 tap. And then if I don't respond, he then starts tapping me on my head. It's mad. It's insane. This dog isn't so intelligent. Anyway, so this is some other footage. Now, this is on Twitter. Hang on. I need Al to come here and get George. Just bear with me a sec. I'm just going to mute while I call him. I'm back. Right. So now that shark that you've just seen actually continued on, and it went on to kill someone. It's really bad. Now, also, the rescue boat that came to try and help the guy, it attacked one of them as well. But why is this shark attacking? They don't normally attack these sharks. So it says Israel shark attack. Following the reported shark attack near the Hadari River beach, police have officially closed the area to swimmers. Now, apparently, this was prohibited to swim anyway, is what I've been told. But I can get that confirmed. Why are these people in the water with what appears to be more than one shark? So, but apparently, like I say, swimming is prohibited in this area. In that water anyway. Let's see if I can make it bigger. That's the best I can do, guys. So you've just seen it swimming around people. This is another angle of that same shark. Okay. Now, I don't know if this is the one where he gets someone. It is very, very fuzzy. It's not a great picture, but still, just a warning, you might want to look away now. But did you guys know, though, just quickly, that the shark, the Jaws shark, even though that exact story wasn't true, there was a massive shark attack in America. I think it was in the 1910s, 1900s, 1910. And there was the biggest shark attack in history. I was reading about it the other week. Might cover it. I'm very interested by sharks. I always have been. I'm terrified of the sea, but I'm really intrigued by them. we might do another megalodon stream because I think that they're alive. And I know that they're supposed to be dead. Daddy's coming now. Daddy, Georgie's tapping. Tap, tap, tap. Okay, hold on, Georgie. Anyway, so you might want to look away now because I don't know if this is the same video that I'm thinking of. But you can see the shark there. Now, this is, I think, after people got out the water because it was right down here. So I think they got out the water and then somebody climbed onto a rock and they were filming where the shark was going. It's all right. I'm turn that down a bit. It's going, George. The wind. It's all right. Right, there's two. Right, okay, okay. There are two sharks, at least. I don't know what that is there. At least two sharks. Or is it one? Is that his back fin? Is that one or two? Is he wagging his back tail? Is that one shark? Anyone help me out here? Thank you. George is tapping. Tap, 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 tap. I think I think he might want to pew pew. But I can't take him till after this. And I don't know if he's going to go out in the dark. Can you just take him for a wee? Up the back, please. Go up the back with him. No, you can't go out the front because the hedgehogs are out. Al cracked me up the other day, right? Because we've got a lot of hedgehogs now. And I mean, word has got around, right, about the hedgehog house, as in our house, the hedgehog mansion. We've got two babies, two hoglets that survived last winter. We've got a massive one, another massive one. We've got a mystery hog that comes. I don't know who that is. A couple of mystery hogs. And last night or the night before, Al took the dogs out for a wee, and he was like, get in. It looks like a scene out of Critters. I was pissing myself laughing when he said that. Scene out of Critters, all these hedgehogs rolling around on the floor. But yeah, there's a lot of hedgehogs. Okay, look away now if this is upsetting. One shark, and that's its tail. You see, I thought that at first, though. But look back. Take care, Grumpy. Look back, though. It looks like there's two. Watch. Okay. Terrible video. Why is it wagging its tail like that? Does anybody know anything about sharks? Why does it wag its tail? Yeah, you're right. It is one space cat. Does anyone know why they do that? Wag, wag, wag. Does that mean that they're happy, sad, hungry? I don't think. No, this isn't the horrible one. I don't think anyway. This is just it. There's still people in the water. Look at this. They just stood. I suppose what you do. That one's taking a video. Look. You couldn't make this up, folks. These people. It's wow. There's a shark coming up to you. Let's stop and film it. Can you believe that? The shark's coming up to this woman, and instead of just getting out of the way, she's like this at it. It eats one of them. Yeah, he wants to. Luke, can you call him, please? He's coming. George won't go out in the dark on his own in the garden. Right, there is another one. Look, there you go. There is two. There's another one coming now. Here we go. Right, there is two, at least two. So again, that wasn't the horrible video. Again, the horrible one, you can't really see much. What an idiot. I don't think it was even a YouTuber. I think it was just some idiot in the water. Right, okay. Just bear with me. Now we've got a couple of other shots here. Let me just get these up. I'm just showing you this before I read what happened after this, okay? So this one here, it's not letting me. Okay, here it is. George thinks there's people talking in the bedroom. No, Georgie. Georgie, video quality. In 320 or 364. Wow. Really? Georgie, go with Daddy at the back. Right, so here's this shark. This is part of the video that I showed, but this is the full one. Get out of the water, see? The thing is, though, guys, what would you do if you seen that? Because I'm sure if you tried to run, has anyone got any shark experts? Surely, if you tried to run, wouldn't it make it worse? Does anybody know? Just reading the chat quickly. Put it on full screen. That's the most I can do because it's a short. It's long way. It's the biggest I can do. Oh, you mean for me? Hold on, hold on. There you go. Done. Dusky. What are people saying in chat and gone? Splashing would possibly attract it. Yeah, exactly. I agree. It would make it worse, wouldn't it? So you would stand still, wouldn't you? Hi, Sarah. Oh, you won a membership. I think that's bears or maybe snakes. What makes it worse? Moving. I wouldn't move. If that was me, yeah, I agree, Lisa. Running would be worse. Hi, Dave. Yeah, well, you're from Australia, aren't you? So you'd know. I'm guessing you have a lot of sharks. You ever seen one, Dave? Yeah, I'd say splashing about would be the wrong thing to do. Thinks you pray. Most folks would freeze in confusion. Yeah. But the thing is, hi, Herman, signs of distress would attract it, says Dave. I agree. Plenty and way too close. Have you ever seen a great white? Can they smell you? I think yes and no. I think they can smell blood. If you've got a cut, you've definitely had it. It would be hard to stay still. But if you look, most people are standing still. But the thing is, there's two of them. Now, from what I've just been reading, right, sharks are attracted to this area by the heat of the power station. We'll look into that after we've watched the videos. But vibrations, yeah, very true. I'm fascinated by sharks. Sharks always circle first. Maybe, yeah. They can smell blood from miles away, yeah. And let's not forget that not all sharks attack, right? Some sharks don't. Hi, Penny, I'm in Glasgow. I wouldn't have thought that, Glasgow, Dave. But these are not known to be aggressive sharks. They're called a dusky. What was the other name that they said? A dusky shark or another type. But let's just look at the dusky shark. God, it looks scary though. A requiem. What's a requiem? I can't speak. Requiem shark. What's a requiem shark? Right, we'll look at that after. All right, and then a sandbar. That's what Grumpy said they were, didn't he? A sandbar. They look just like great whites, you know. Right, we'll look at that after. Are sandbar sharks harmless? Due to its preference for smaller prey and tendency to avoid beaches, little threat to humans. Yeah, it's just eaten one. So, yeah. Okay, so watch this now. You can see people reacting. This was before anything happened, all right? This was just circling. Oh, look at that kid there. Oh, that woman filming it, look, see? So, now the next video is what happened after that, okay? So I'm probably going to have to stop this if it gets too bad. So look away now, guys, if you don't want to look. But these people got out the water. Now, there were some people up here diving. Now, they should have got out the water at that point, but they didn't. But the thing is, these sharks are generally go for small prey. We need some great whites in the English Channel. I've been saying it for ages. Drop a load in. They'll get used to it. They'll get used to the water temperature. They're acclimatized. Everything does. So this person here Everybody else gets out the water. Apparently he was diving and these sharks went up to him. But we're gonna be stopping and starting because I don't want to cause anybody upset, but there might be some horrible bits. I don't know. Okay, so you see, you know, he's trying to swim back. And then he looks like he's just punching it and getting away. Just turn the volume down a little bit. It looks like he's getting away from it and just punching the shark.
Wow!
And then the next thing you know, I don't know what these people are saying. I don't understand Israeli. He's gone. There's nothing bad, all right? There's another video where you see blood, and I'm not going to show that, obviously. Gone. He's gone. Pulled under. Gone. This is just awful. And unfortunately, that man was missing for a short time.
Wow.
Oh. Okay, I'm not going to show anymore, but you can get the drift. The sharks then bring him back up again. The sharks bring him back. This is on Twitter, all right? I'm going to put the link in.
Wow.
I don't know how to stop this. I'm not going to show the rest. It's too upsetting. But now, has Daddy not taken you out to the toilet yet? Has Daddy not taken you yet? Look at the man. Have to look at man's effect on. Yeah, I agree. The food. Now they were saying, Dave, that this area here has got a power station. Has Daddy not taken you? Daddy, I'm being tapped. Or do you just want my attention? He just wants my attention. All right. I just want to give you an example of the anti-Semitism here. Right, it's absolutely disgusting. There's another video. I've not seen this one. Look at this one here. Oh my God. There's a new video out, guys. What the hell? This is the same shark. Sharks. This is a new video. This is all from the same thing. This is from, like, I think it was Sunday this happened. There's a lady there, you know, on a paddling. Why would you be laughing at that? Watch this. Why is everyone just watching and no one's doing anything? Wow. I love you too, George. He wants his mummy. All right. You had a bad tummy, didn't you? Did you see that? So the thing is, I'm not going to show you but that video was just showing you that guy there. He got pulled under, and as you see, he disappeared. Georgie, what are you doing? Don't chew there. He disappeared. Now there was another part of that video where you see a lot of blood in the distance, but I don't want to show it. Now that guy was then missing, and he was subsequently found. Georgie. Okay. This is why I can't stream as much anymore, because of George. He just does not let me do anything. Georgie, stop it. Georgie. Don't chew that, please. Right, okay, so here we go with the news story. Again, no more videos, guys. I don't want to upset anybody. The only videos that I'm showing you are just nothing nasty. Okay, so now this is an article. I've used the BBC because it doesn't have any ads. George is trying to bite through my laptop so that I can't talk to you anymore. He's getting really, really angry. There's the power station. So man missing after rare shark attack in Israel. Okay. And there was a lot of racist comments, anti-Semitic comments in the Twitter, and they were really bad, saying, oh, look, even sharks hate them too and stuff. It's just horrible. I find that disgusting. If there's any comments like that, you will be banned. And even if you're irregular, I don't care. Because I'm sorry, but no one deserves to die, no matter what religion you are, whether you agree with their religion or not. There's a religion I don't agree with, but do I want people to die? No. Some of the things that were said are absolutely disgusting. Now, this is from this morning, but apparently he has been found. Okay, George, please. Right, I need to get out because George is going absolutely nuts here. Hold on. Right, Al's going to take him out now. See, I'm his sight. He's proper mummy's boy, but he does need to go to the loo. Okay, so this was this morning, and this is on the BBC, but I do that because of the ads. There's obviously no ads on there. A swimmer is missing following extremely rare shark attack on the coast of northern Israel on Monday. So it was only yesterday, sorry. It happened in the sea. I wouldn't even call it in the sea. It was right by the beach, wasn't it? About 25 miles north of Tel Aviv. The incident was witnessed by people on Olga Beach who can be heard yelling in shock footage posted on social media. Sharks are known to gather there where the warm water is discharged by a local power plant, and especially at this time of year, but they are usually harmless. That could be why the people didn't seem that upset. Because if they're there all the time and they are quite a placid shark that doesn't usually attack humans, that could be the reason why the people weren't scared. I'm just guessing now. No, some of the comments on Twitter were absolutely shocking. Honestly, I couldn't repeat most of them, but they were like literally praising the sharks for killing Israeli people. It's just disgusting. It's just disgusting. If you don't like a religion, and I don't agree with covering what people can say up, but if you don't agree with a religion, that's fine. But don't attack the people, the actual people. Yeah, don't wish death on somebody. It's disgusting. It's not the people's fault what their government are doing, is it? That's like blaming the Palestinians for what Hamas are doing. So police have closed the beach and a search is underway. Now, apparently they have found his body. And that was the guy that you seen swimming and then he gets pulled under. Now, that video did get a bit more distressing. There was some blood, but I got rid of it. So they're just laughing. Look, they're not scared of this shark. And this is the same shark that goes on to kill somebody in a moment. They're not scared. They're just filming it, taking videos, laughing. She doesn't look like she's laughing, though. She's like, okay, no. He thinks it's hilarious. She thinks it's hilarious. He doesn't care. They've got their kids there. Do you know what I mean? The way that it was wagging its tail, I don't know what that means, but it obviously wasn't good. Oh, no, this is from 2021. My apologies. So this is the same area. So these people are used to these sharks by the looks of it because the power plant is pumping out warm water, which is attracting them. So in a video shared online, a man can be seen at a distance of what appears to be a few hundred feet out to sea. He's seen flailing around as people on the beach shout that he's being attacked. I was in the water, says somebody. I saw blood and there were screams, a witness says. I was a few meters from shore. It's terrifying. We were here yesterday and we saw the sharks circling us. So they were there yesterday. So the sharks are there all the time. No night, Nanny. Sorry, I'm just catching the odd bit of chat here. Who's going to bed? Nanny. No night, Nanny, my love. Good night. God bless. Dusky and sandbar sharks are known to cluster in the area, which is dominated by the Orbit Rabin power station, the largest in Israel. They are attracted by the water warmed up by the plant and by fish are carried down there from a nearby stream. Monday's incident is only the 4th documented shark attack in Israel's history. So this is bad, and I'm just going to get you an update. Is Nanny going to bed, or is Nanny saying goodnight to others? I don't know. Let me just get an update on the man. So that short is on my video now anyway. There's another video here. It's really bad. It's just it's so sad what's happened. We've got another video here from a different perspective, and this is Euronews. It's got an ad though. Let's have a look. Okay, here we go. Now this is one of the videos that was shot by these people in the water. Get off. I can't see anything. Stop. Wow. So there he is. Yeah, 19th. I told you it wasn't. You said it was Monday. It wasn't Monday. It was the weekend. So these are divers here. So I'm not sure if that was the actual diver. There's at least 2 of them, look. Oh. Yeah. 2. They're wagging their tails, look. So, oh, sugar, what's going on here?
Do you know how amazing this...
What? No, I don't know how amazing that razor is, and I don't want to know either. So we're just going to get a quick update. I think that he has been found dead, but I'm just going to check now. There's no update there. Just bear with me. Right, the Sun have got it, so let's just see if we've got an update. Just bear with me. It's so sad, guys. It really is. I'm not seeing the chat. So just, you know, I'm sorry if I'm not ignoring your comment on purpose. Yeah, shark horror. Harry moment, someone is mauled by a shark in front of screaming crowd in Israel. So they're searching for the missing diver now. I will try and get confirmation, but I'm told that the diver has been found. Yeah, feared dead. This is the moment that Harry Moment, who's now missing and feared dead, is mauled by a shark. So this was clicked on social media. That's not him, obviously. Yeah, they've blurred it out. Look, that's the video that I've got, but you can just see blood everywhere, but you can't actually see, you know, him being eaten. Earlier clips show the shark was swimming amongst paddlers in the shallow water. It's so sad. This is so sad. My heart goes out to anybody who's, you know, his family and friends. They can't do anything, but it says here the attack happened in an area where swimming is prohibited. So why were people in the water? Police have closed the beach while the rescue mission continues. From what I was reading yesterday, they actually attacked the actual rescue crew. An eyewitness said, I saw the diver in the depths of the water. He shouted, I'm bitten, and waved his hands in the air. After a few minutes, sharks bit him and suddenly he disappeared. That's not the same person. Also, Channel 12 also reported that the shark later attacked a rescue diver. The Handera, I can't read that. I can't read that. Coastal Department said it was conducting searches by jet ski to locate the diver and will continue to update as developments occur. We urge the public travelling in the area to avoid entering the water and contact with the sharks. A short time ago, officers claimed they saw a shark attacking a diver. So it just goes to show these sharks may be regularly in this water. It says here that they're extremely rare. Shark attacks are extremely rare. Dusky and sandbar sharks often visit the area between November and May and not known to attack humans. The Society for Protection of Nature in Israel has reacted to the shark by insisting it called on the state 4 years ago to regulate behaviour in water that sharks visit. It said every winter a unique phenomenon occurs in Israel in which sharks and rays gather at the outlet of the warm waters of the power stations. In the case of such fascinating and public attracting phenomenon, it would be appropriate to take conservation and safety measures for the public, but over the years, chaos has developed in the area. So basically, they're coming because of the warmth in the power station. Hang on. They're coming because of the warmth from the power station. It's warming up the water. It's attracting these sharks that would probably be in slightly warmer water than there. And they're coming over for the fish that are coming down the stream. For the warm whatever water, and we are where we are now, and someone's been killed. Now I read somewhere they'd find his body, but there it's saying that they haven't. So it's just really, really sad. Really, really sad. You're okay, Jan? Again, if you're watching, I didn't show anything graphic at all. Okay, I just wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. So I cut it all out, the bit where you're seeing the blood. And again, it was really, really far away. So this is apparently one of the sharks that it was, a dusky or a some monkey shark or something. They do look like the sandbar. The sandbar and the dusky are both the types. How big do they get? They can grow up to 8 feet long, so they're not nowhere near the size of a great white. Just having a quick look and get some photos of them. Apparently it's one of the largest species of shark. I'd be interested to know if we get them here in the UK. I have no idea. Never heard of them. So there it is. There. It's also known as the thick-skinned shark and the brown shark. Right, so New England, Mid-Atlantic. So I don't think they'll be coming here. So they can grow up to 8 feet. So they're nowhere near as big as what you would think. One of the largest shark species found in coastal waters. They prefer sandy or muddy areas in temperate and tropical waters. So they do like the warmer waters. Closely related to dusky and bull and big nose. So it does look like they're not normally bothering anybody. And what's happened is that area, because all those that power station's attracting all these sharks, it's become a little bit of a tourist attraction. Let's come and swim with the sharks. And you could see people were taking photos and whatnot. So yeah, it's really, really sad. And now someone's lost their life. So there you go. Don't be silly, people. I would never advise going swimming with sharks. So there you go. Don't even look that scary, do they? It's so sad. They're endangered as well, apparently. Conservation status endangered. Right, what people saying in chat? Cornwall get killer sharks. Hi, Steve. You know I'm only pissed. I haven't even been reading the chat, Steve. So, okay, Jan. Wells next to the sea has shark. Where? I don't think we have them here, though. I'm just going to do a quick Google. Just bear with me a minute. I know we do have like 20 species of like native that live around our waters, and then we have a lot that visit. Right, dusky sharks are generally found in warm, my tea's gone cold, temperate waters, not common in the UK. There have been reports of them in the summer months off the southwest coast of England, according to the wildlife trusts. They are known for being highly migratory and are considered an endangered species. So they have been seen here. They're not common, but they have been here. We do get the blue shark visit quite a bit, though. Now, the blue shark is a cousin of the great white. Did you know that? So I'm really getting into my sharks now. I'm getting really into them. Fascinated. I always have been fascinated by sharks. So I do want to do another megalodon special. Let me just see if the sandbar are in the UK. They're not native to the UK, the sandbar, which is the one that killed that person. They are unlikely to be found in its waters. Okay, well, UK does have various sharks, including some potentially dangerous ones. Sandbar is not amongst them. Right, okay, so they've not seen here. There has been reports of great whites here as well. How long have we been going? An hour and a half. We're going in a minute. We'll have we'll have a look at another couple of stories. We need to get some great whites in the English Channel. And the poor beagle shark, yeah, that can munch. What's the matter? Right, you're tapping me. I'm going to have to film this. He comes up to me, I'm not going to lie. Tap, 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 tap. You all right, Jan? I better go. Her son is going to ring me now, so I'll be all right. Okay, I've missed a lot of chat, sweetheart. Good night. Yeah, message me tomorrow, darling. No rush. Love you lots. Just catching up on the chat. English teacher. Are you all right, my George? My George. Yeah, he's just attached to mummy. You all right? Never known anything. I thought Gizmo was clingy. Right, Gizmo is so clingy to mummy, but George is another level. Went out the other day to the cinema. Obviously, Al had to stay with George because he can't leave him. And he was not in a good way, was you? You're not in a good way, you are, mummy. Right, a couple of other weird stories, and well, not weird, but unusual. This is the curious news. Well, it's the curious bunny. It's not the curious news. What's the matter? What? Tap, 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 tap. Right, what are people saying in chat? Hold on. Why do we need great whites in the English Channel? Well, it would stop all the dinghy divers, wouldn't it? They wouldn't want to come in then, would they? Think about it. I bet we don't taste nice. I can't, unless you've been eating McDonald's. Pennies should be in the government, and migration policy would definitely work. Yeah. I don't want anyone to get killed. I'm not saying that. If anything, I'm saving lives, because if there's great whites in the channel, they would stop trying to come over, and then nobody would die, because we had another one die the other day. Another migrant died. I think he does want poop. Another migrant died the other day trying to cross. You see, and the left need to wake up, because this is not a right-wing issue. It's a human rights issue. Anyone supporting this and allowing this to continue, i.e. our government, who could stop it tomorrow if they actually wanted to, are guilty of people trafficking, because, you know, people are dying, folks. It's disgusting. But yeah, drop a few in a few great whites, and they'll stop coming, won't they? Simples. Right, okay. So let me just get into this poll and close the poll. You might hear me talking briefly again because I've got to really quickly pause. That was quick. Right, we're going to close the poll. You voted to not want to know any more about the... we've had 60 votes. Thank you, everyone who voted. Do you want to watch more fast food videos? And again, I didn't mean about me going around fast food chains and trying food. All right. Obviously, I meant with this guy, he's going to show us other to see whether it's just a McDonald's issue or is it all fast food that doesn't disappear. You know, is it just a McDonald's problem? And we were voted no. So no 55%. And yes, 44%. So what, that doesn't even make up 100. So there you go, guys. You voted no. So I won't be bringing you any more updates. But there you go. Hit the like, guys, if you enjoy the content. Do you guys like this more informal? Want me to export you a few great whites? Yes, please. Stick them in the channel. Yeah, they wouldn't come then, would they? So I'm trying to save lives here, Terry Knowles Band again. I'm saving lives. Yeah, St. George's Day tomorrow. Can we have more shark attack eating videos? Sharks as surrogate border force is not really viable. Why not? I can, thank you, Saskia. I can't do one because I can use it for free, but it's full of ads and I have no patience for ads. And you're in the middle of a race and you get an ad coming up. I don't think so. So that's why I didn't do it. And to be honest with you, Georgie and Momo had poorly tummies last night. So we had to shower them when we got in from their walks, didn't we, dudes? We had to have bot showers, didn't we? Well, you, not me. Okay, let's have a look. Again, this isn't an official Curious News show because there's only a couple of stories tonight, but it is like a mini version. It's a more relaxed. I will be going back to doing one Curious News a week. I'm going to find a day and we're going to stick to that day unless there's a major emergency and something happens. We're going to try and stick to a day a week of a Curious News where I just bring you all the weird and bizarre and interesting news stories from the past week. So it'll probably be on a Monday. No, that's kickboxing. It'll either be on a... I think we'll do it on a Sunday because it gives us the week, doesn't it? Good night, Space Cat. Hi, Bev, love. Thank you very much, Stephen. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Saskia. St. George's Day. Oh, if you were going to pass, that would be a you know, if I was going to pass, it would be a day that I should have known. I missed that one then. Yeah, well, you know what, right? Maybe like watch this space. Maybe one day I'll get into politics. Night, Space Cat. One day. I have been asked to do some local stuff, but I just don't have the time. With all the wildlife stuff, I've taken on a lot with the wildlife, probably too much, and it's really bad now. I can't afford to keep going. We've got so much now. You wouldn't believe how many species we're getting coming in the garden now. It's good for them, but I will go out there, I'll feed them all, and I'm talking 3 bird table levels, put some on the fence, 2 poppies and a tray full of seed mixed with suet, worms and extra sunflower hearts, and that'll be cleared. I'm getting for around 1 kilo a day. They're eating 1 kilo a day. I can't, it's not viable to keep going. What started off as a small, you know, feeding the local birds has become feeding the whole bloody town. Oh, apparently there's going to be a massive march on the 24th of May, Bev. I don't know how true it is, like, darling. Penny Zoo. We've got around 7 or 8 hedgehogs, which is okay. You know, the hedgehogs are getting through the food, but it's the birds. I love them. I love them. Bridget, no. But the thing is, if you're going to feed them, you're supposed to continue, because you just stop them and it's not on. And also they're feeding their babies, so they're taking extra. And if we don't feed them, like, let's say I get up in the morning, I feed them of a night time before I go to bed, right? And then by 9 a.m, they've stripped the lot and they're there telling me off. When I go outside, set dogs out in the morning, they're there shouting at me. They want some more. So it's my daughter's 18th birthday. Piggy Wig spread the word. He was serenading his missus today. Did you know that pigeons kiss? There's no berries though, Bridget. It's the wrong time of year for berries. No, you're supposed to feed them. Like the RSPB say, if you're going to start, you need to continue. I don't mind feeding them. It's just getting like, hang on. That hurt. The sharks feel full up. Hang on. Well, the comments that I was reading about the sharks. Oh, buds. Good night, furry. Yeah, so there was a couple of other things we'll look at just to see if anything else going on. But this was a very light, what should we call it? A lightweight news show. It was more just like a chat, a catch up, how we all doing, and a couple of stories. Right, I do want to talk about the Pope though. You okay? I'll take you out in a minute, but are you going to want to go out in the dark? Do you want to go for walkies? Should we get your new harness? Oh, you've got a lovely new harness, haven't you? Oh, yes, you have. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. My George. Gizmo spark out. Right, okay. So, I do want to talk briefly about the Pope. Now, it was predicted that this Pope was going to be the last Pope. Now, before we go, I just want to have a quick look. I've got to have to take George in a minute because he's getting really upset with me. All right, Mummy, take your foot. He won't let Al take him. Only Mummy can take him for a pew-pew. Right. We'll finish on this and then I'll get off because this is another story that's in the news. I hope you guys appreciate me not showing you the horrible shark video. I wouldn't do that to you. Julius, you don't have to show off. You've got a big garden, you know. I know my garden's not very big, but I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. Mixed emotions. I don't know what's going on here. About the Pope. Yeah, it's no, I do need to pay a gardener because I'm disabled. And there's a lot of work that needs doing. And there's a back garden as well. That's just the front garden. He comes and does all the weeding for me. So he pulls up, obviously trimming it all isn't going to do it. He actually pulls up all the weeds, turns the dirt over. He just keeps it nice. But yeah, I can't do it. Too disabled, and neither can Al either, because Al's got disabilities as well. But anyway, okay, so you guys should be able to see this now. So again, this, I don't mean to offend anybody. This is not about how I feel about the Pope. This is about Nostradamus, and this is the sort of thing we do on the Curious Dudes. Listen, George, I'm going to take you out and let Mummy just finish this segment, and then we'll go for a walk, okay? Do you want to go for walkies? Yeah? All right, then. You've been out in the garden all day, haven't you? He wants to go on an adventure. You need to go on an adventure with Mummy. Okay. Right, so Nostradamus predicted the Pope's death and including the future of the Catholic Church. Now, again, my opinion was this guy, I didn't like him, okay? Argentinian. Apparently, he came from very humble beginnings. He wasn't like all the other popes that have come from big rich families. And they said he was the people's pope. Yes, I know, my love. I know. Hold on. And I just think that the timing, doing it on Easter Monday, the 88 there, that is one of the Freemason master numbers. You've got the infinity loop there, so you've got double infinity going on. That is important. The day, everything about it, I don't think he died yesterday. I really don't. No way did he survive that double pneumonia in his 80s. No way. But they wanted to announce it at Easter because then he can, just wait there, my George. It was announced on Easter Monday that he died. Didn't say when, though. Listen, it was announced that he died. They wouldn't have announced it on the actual day, He's already died before. Anyway, right. Should we go and get Daddy to put your harness on? He's not going to let me read this story, folks. And once 9 days of mourning are over, the Vatican's cardinals will I can't read that word, coalesce for one of their mysterious conclaves in order to elect his successor. Honestly, the Vatican, I'm going to do a deep dive. I don't know about you guys. I'll put a poll up on my community tab if you guys want me to do a deep dive on the Vatican. If you're a big fan of the Pope, I wouldn't join because I'm going to go quite deep into that and you'll see some of the weird stuff that go on with it. And I personally am not a fan of the Catholic Church, but they've got a lot of secrets in that church. So we'll do that. So the funeral's going to be next Saturday. Hang on a minute. Is it supposed to be 9 days of mourning? That's not even 9 days away. So this major event will be attended by various world leaders, is scheduled to be held this coming Saturday. According to the Roman Catholic Church, the sovereign's final wishes, he wanted to forgo the usual papal tradition of being buried beneath St. Peter's Basilica within 3 coffins. Instead, he asked to be placed in one coffin and buried within the Rome's Basilica, I can't say that, of St. Mary Major. So he doesn't want his 3 coffins. And that's Nostradamus there. Okay. The original Nostradamus had some things to say about 2025. Francis had dictated his final request back in 2022, and his words open with him saying he could sense the approaching twilight of my earthly life. It has been claimed that the French astrologer, real name Michael de Nostrum, predicted Francis's death in his 1555 book Les Prophètes. Probably said that wrong. I'm not seeing chat, by the way, so if anyone's still with us and you're not passed out of boredom, then thank you for being here. With the help of celestial alignment, let's not forget all this weird planet stuff as well. We had in February, we had the planet align for the first time like that in like hundreds of years. Then we had the pink moon, didn't we? And apparently there's a worm moon or something coming up, I think it said. I don't know. I'll have to double check that one. So, with the help of celestial alignment, Nostradamus claimed that a very old pope, well, come on, they're all old, would die and the Catholic Church would become weakened. Through the death of a very old pontiff, he wrote, a Roman of good age will be elected. Of him it will be said that he weakens his seat, but long will he sit in a mordant activity. A young man of dark skin, with the help of the great king, will deliver the pursuit to another of red colour. Read another prophetic passage. As far as his history and forecasting goes, Nostradamus is also said to have accurately predicted Hitler's rise as a figurehead of Nazi Germany, the assassination of John F. Kennedy, the plague, and even the UK's cost of living crisis. Well, the Olympic ceremony predicted the plague in 2012. A statement regarding Francis's passing was shared by Cardinal Kevin Farrell. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Now, he predicted, I want to read about it because I don't really care I'm not being horrible, but I don't want to care how it was announced, because we know all that. It's all over the news anyway, right? And the Prince of Wales is going to the funeral, and Starmer. Starmer will jump on the chance to get on a plane and bugger off somewhere. It's all he ever does. Literally, he's always in the air, that bloke. So, people think Nostradamus could have predicted who will replace Pope Francis following his death. The Pope's passing was announced by the Vatican on Monday morning. Yeah, there's no way he died on Monday. Hang on a minute, right? Funeral Saturday, and he's supposed to be 9 days a mourning. So they're not actually saying when the Pope died. I know you want to go out. I know. Cheeky. Yeah, Georgie wants me to go. So, following the confirmation of his death, the tributes have poured in. Isn't it weird that J.D. Vance was there just the day before he died? Do you not think that's a bit weird as well? J.D. Vance was there. He was the last person to see him alive, you know, other than his people around him. Do you not think that's a bit weird, though? Right. Look at this, folks. The church will enact a set of rituals before a successor is chosen. So they put some candidates forward. The potential successor could align with a prediction made by Nostradamus. Let me just see who he predicted. Hold on. So a young man, a dark skin. People still marvel at his predictions. Didn't they say that he was going to be the last pope, though? Wasn't he supposed to be the last pope? So he's saying that a dark-skinned pope. He wanted a simple tomb in the ground. So that's all he wants, is a simple tomb. I'm not going to read his full testament there. I've read somewhere that it's the last pope. But there you go. We're supposed to be having a dark-skinned. Hi, Angel. I agree. Well, apparently, I don't know how true this is, right? Have you ever heard the story that there's two popes? Have you ever heard about that? Right, I'm going to have to go, guys, because George is going absolutely mad. AI, can you bring his harness in for me, please? Because he won't let anybody else put his harness on. All right, Georgie, we're going to go out now. We're going to go with Mummy. Yeah, he also wants my attention. He doesn't like me talking to you guys. Hello, Rice and Peas. Hi, Blackjack. I think he's going to hell. AI, can you pass me George's harness, please? He's not happy with Mummy. All right. Okay. Let's see if we get a black pope. But anyway, it's been a bit of a chilled out one. We've had a chin wag, catch up. I'll be putting a couple of votes out. You guys voted. Do you reckon there will be a black pope? Wouldn't it be intriguing if there was, after what we've just seen about Nostradamus? Right, guys, you take care. George is now trying to shut my laptop down. I will see you all soon. I don't know when, but I'll be live very, very soon. All right. All right, George. Maybe a Muslim. Oh, toys. Right, he won't let you do it. Right, Mummy will put it on, okay? Right, guys, thank you so much. That hurt. Let me just give you a wrench. I thought you had one, to be honest. You are the original one, aren't you? Yeah. God, your account is as old as YouTube, 2006, man. Right, thank you to Alan Edge for the donation. I will be, if anybody wants to help out with the, all right, Mummy's going to put it on. Just pass it here, please. If anybody wants to help out with the duck race cost, you can. And also you can join the memberships on both now, or either, or none. It's up to you. What else was I going to say? And the wish list, I've added some birdie stuff to it. If anybody wants to help out with these birds, be really grateful, and the hedgehogs and everything. If you want to help us out, then I'm going to pop that in the description as well. And that's it. We're going to treat the birdies. But thank you to everybody. Georgie, come here, my love. You put your harness on for Mummy. Yeah. He doesn't want it on. He doesn't want to go out. He just wanted my attention. That's all he wanted. Right, guys, take care. Thank you for watching. I'll be live again. I don't know. Okay. I just don't know. I'm going to go for tomorrow, but I can't say for definite. Again, we'll be out and about, but it's been raining for the last 2 days, but we are going to be going out again and doing some filming. There will be some members only live streams when I can actually get a signal. Okay. Now, if you remember on here, and I'm streaming on Penny Bunny on a members only, the members will be getting the link. Both channel memberships will be getting the link to the members only live stream. So if you join on either, you'll be covered on both. Okay. The only reason why I'm not deleting it on the other one is because I've deleted the higher one. They've already got $2.99 now, because they could take them off me at any time. YouTube could decide tomorrow to remove them off here, or they could decide tomorrow to take them back off the other one. So I'm just leaving them at a low rate. Okay. So you can join none or both or one. It's totally up to you. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. And my heart goes out to the people of the family of the victim of the shark. You know, but it's human again. It's humans messing about with that power station, bringing in those sharks into those waters. And they're not supposed to be in the water. So those people shouldn't have been in the water in the first place. Anyway, right. Thank you, everybody. Future news shows that aren't curious type will be going on my new channel, Penny for Your Thoughts. So I'm not having much time to put into it. If you're not please sub up to it, because it does need more support over there. And I will see you all on the next one. Take care. Ta-ta. Bye. Oh, and hit the like. Thanks, Rose. Rose, so the memberships are on both now. You can pick one or none. But I've closed the Ko-fi, and you should have got a refund as well, I think. I don't know how it works, but I've asked you to refund you all, but I'm not. Don't know how it works. But nobody was using it, Rose, darling. So if it comes off again, it comes off again. I'm not doing that again. Anyway, we tried it. It didn't work. Right. Take care, guys. Lots of love. Night. God bless.